Neymar suffered a new injury and is confirmed as absent in the PSG game. The club has not yet made an official prediction for his return. As it is February, the month of the carnival, there are rumors that the injury can be simulated by Neymar so that he can participate in the party without playing. However, it's important to remember that Mbappe is one of the team's top players. If you do not want to stay out of this news that just arrived on PSG, then already subscribe to the channel right now. I will always pass you the best information of Messi and PSG firsthand. Guilty of this physical we're all Neymar, and I will explain everything in this video, but before we understand better this story, I ask you to please already subscribe to the channel and activate the bell notifications below for you to stay on top of all football and Neymar news coming out every day. Today at this very moment I'm recording this video, the PSG team faces a Montpellier for the 21st round of the French Championship, and Neymar, who made the goal of the team in the last game, is not playing because according to the medical bulletin released by PSG last Tuesday, the Brazilian striker is muscular and will be only in medical treatment. The team training tomorrow Tuesday, and he also did not participate in the activity, and all this is very worrying because there are only 13 days to the first duel against Bayern Munich by round of 16. And as I said, it is clear that by the carnival is coming, many fans and commentators are already saying that Neymar is again wanting to enjoy the holidays. Another factor that greatly worries the Parisian team is the fact that since the turn of the year 2023 the team has not been fitting and playing that absurd football they were playing in the first half before the pause for the World Cup in the last draw. For example, the opposing team created many more offensive actions and kicked, but the goal, and even the quarterback captain took the opportunity to give a word about because he thinks it happened. If Liga then opens quotation marks, we analyze, we know their weaknesses, we know that do not defend front the ball is easy because the three in the front do not defend. He always strive to press a little, but from the moment they made this effort no longer participate in your team's defensive tasks we worked on and wanted to explore. It's easier to move the defense ball to the attack considering that the infamous attack trio of PSG does not help much in marking. However, the fact that those who make this kind of comment are ignoring completely the fact that since Christopher arrived Neymar has been playing a lot more defensive functions in the club than he ever did in his entire career, which we know that wears a lot. The Brazilian athlete still at the beginning of the season, by about the end of September, Neymar was the second PSG player who had more defensive actions in the season league. There in the table, as you can see in the question, Neymar only lost to Ferrari but recorded more defensive actions than even defenders like Sergio Ramos, Marquinhos. And that understand that in fact it is something surreal for an attacker. Also remembering that in the first official match of PSG in the season, that was the victory against Nantes in the French Super Cup, the coach, the opposing team made a comment as now you are also scoring, or either as who wants to say besides scoring goals give assists, now you are helping in defense also. And in this last match against Hans, who ended up tied 1-1, mainly because the Italian Marco Ferrari was kicked more than 30 minutes from the final whistle, Neymar had to help even more in marking. Some images with analysis and heat maps show the performance of the ace in this aspect, and in this last game even, for example, a fan filmed a cut of the match where we clearly see Neymar being the only of the three attack who is coming back to help in marking while Mbappe was looking. Messi has an important role in the attack, and this is proven by the video made by a fan. Of course, Neymar helps a lot in marking the team, breaking the myth that there is no one in front of PSG to score. However, it is a fact that Neymar is no longer a young athlete, about to turn 31 on February 5th. The wear and tear of helping both the team and marking is evident and is undoubtedly one of the reasons for their muscle fatigue. The main reasons for Neymar's muscular fatigue, which was alleged by PSG, include the fact that he is very demanded in the defense, helping more than Mbappe. Although not much can be expected from Messi, since he is 35 years old, Mbappe is a player at the height of his career and physically well prepared, but shows little desire to help in marking, which overwhelms Neymar. It is worth remembering that Marcelo Becker also points this out. A Brazilian journalist who closely follows PSG confirmed that one of the reasons for Mbappe wanting to leave Neymar is that he is looking for a fellow attacker who is free from defensive tasks. In the World Cup, the French team also used attacking players to relieve the defensive functions of Mbappe, as pointed out by Marcelo Becker. In the semi-final, when France faced difficulties, the team adjusted its formation. Uncle Ram was placed to run after the opposing sides, freeing Mbappe to act more freely in front. Mbappe needs a reference and someone to free him from defensive tasks. The French national team adjusted for this goal in the World Cup in Paris Saint-Germain, which started the season with a 3-4-3, also changed due to injuries. In this context, Neymar needs to leave, since he does not play as a center forward. The need for Neymar's defensive function increased due to a lack of help from Mbappe in marking. Some users on social networks expressed their dissatisfaction after the game, noting that Mbappe, being the youngest player, should help more in marking. One user wrote that this is inadmissible and another stated that Mbappe, as the youngest, should make more effort in marking. Help is needed, as one user wrote that Neymar is completely worn out before PSG's most important clash of the season so far against Bayern Munich. This is due to the fact that he has to score much more than he should, compared to the other younger players who play well. In general, what is meant by this video is that Neymar is being overloaded. It is not fair that Neymar is the only one to carry the weight of the attacking team, especially when his teammates like Mbappe are not helping him. Although Messi is already at an advanced age and we cannot demand much from him, Mbappe is in his best physical shape and at an age when his body allows more efforts. Therefore, it makes no sense for him not to help anymore, especially thinking about the good of the team. Neymar, almost 31, is unfairly forced to be the team's top scorer, while Mbappe, at just 24, refuses to make efforts in this area. It is a frustrating and disheartening situation for Neymar, who is forced to carry the weight of the team. It's hard not to feel compassion for him and wonder why Mbappe isn't willing to help anymore. The question is, does Mbappe really not have the obligation to be a scorer? Or is it just a matter of lack of effort on your part? And now then, I want to know from you who watched the video. Football fan, in your opinion, considering Neymar's injury, he would be simulating to enjoy the carnival, or is that somehow true, he was injured? Leave your comment, soon you will be notified of the latest news from PSG.